All right, YouTube, we are back. Um, so hopefully you just saw the other video of the haul. Well, most of the haul, not all of the haul, as well as some of the, not some of, all of the trade stuff from the trade with Paul Roselle. Some really cool stuff. What you're looking at here is this is from the Friday night diecast meet. This is from the trade. I'm showing the Greenlight because we all know that I'm a huge Greenlight enthusiast, and so that's what I'm going to start this video with. Is Greenlight. We are going to crack some Greenlight. All of you van peoples are probably going to dig this video. Never did get this one. I had the Green Machine at one point. This is a Super Toy Con exclusive. It's an awesome VW. This is probably my third favorite Volkswagen Type 2 that Greenlight has done. My first favorite is, one of them is probably, I don't even know if the Ron John one's a Type 2, but the Field of Dreams is my favorite. And then the Ron John, I like the Ron John a lot. And then would be this one. It's a low number. I don't know how many of these were made, but number 659. Nice roller. Metal base. Got the Gas Monkey graphics on it with the Super Toy Con. It's black, so it looks pretty bitchin' with like the flames and racing stripes across the top. The Green Machine of this has a green body, and it looks phenomenal. It's one of the nicer Green Machines that I've seen. Anyways, happy to have this in the Greenlight collection because I do love my Greenlight. And that one is pretty dope. Alright, this one here, I love this. So there's a lot of hype with the latest Hollywood series with the A-Team van, but to me, this one here takes the cake. This Vandura casting is going to be a very tough casting to beat. So it is metal body, metal base. Some of these hobby shop releases have had plastic base. And the reason for that is because they have these extra pieces and they don't cost any extra at retail. They're the same price as every other Greenlight, but you get either a surfboard or a gas pump, or you get a person. In this case, a backpacker, hiker, camper, whatever you want to call him. I already have a figure, this figure. Obviously it's different colors. But you can never have enough backpackers for landscape layouts. But I didn't get this for that guy. I got this for this van because this van is amazing. Like I said, I like it better than the A-Team van. Because the graphics on this thing are just, like, you can't beat that for a van. That's insanely cool. It's a desert landscape with a howling wolf. I live in a desert. The swirl cactus is like the state plant here, I think. All you native Arizonians, forgive me for not knowing that. I am native here, but I've only lived here for like 8 years out of my life. So I don't know what the state flower is or the state bird. I can tell you what they are up in Colorado. And for the record, just so you guys know, the Colorado state flower is the columbine. Colorado state bird is the lark bunting. So it's just to let you know that I'm not blowing smoke. And once I live here long enough, I will know what they are here too. Anyways, here you go. So you have like a midnight sky with stars. Got a sunroof. Like the 18 van, this does have the visor and the spoiler. I just love the graphics on this thing. Chrome bumpers. Love the wheels on it too. Check these wheels out. Same wheels as the 18 van, it's just they're chrome instead of red. Here is the coolest thing about the van though. This is what makes my van better than yours. Even if yours is a green machine. That's pretty low. That's really low. Probably the lowest in my collection. Awesome van. It's a great roller. It's super heavy. I love this casting. So that was a cool one to pick up. This one here is going to turn some heads. It's another, I don't know, it is a new tooling, I think. Actually, I don't know. It may not be. Well, the base is for sure a new tooling. Anyways, I'm gonna have to take it out and take a closer look at it. I thought it was a new tooling, but as I look at it, it may not be. So, anyways, here it is. Here is this. Actually, yeah, I think it. Well, I don't know. It's the first time we've seen it. This is a Chevy Ramptruck. It is not a C10. It is a C30. And it comes complete with the 1971 Camaro Z28. So we're going to... This, by the way, hobby exclusive. The Camaro is going to be interesting because it looks to be... Oh, yeah, it is. Where is it? Well, I thought that it was a black plastic base, but I'm pretty sure that's a black metal base. Just oil and fingerprints all over this car in the packaging. But for the most part, it cleans up okay. I love this car in black. Wow, that looks so good. There's the Camaro Z28. That is a nice looking car in black. Even the base is black. It looks kind of plastic, but that is definitely a metal base. That is a black metal base. That is something that I can't tell you the last time I saw that from Greenlight. It does not happen very often. Here's the back end. I love the tail lights on these Camaros. This is going to be interesting. Getting this truck out. Always got to be careful removing these trucks because these side rails don't take much. Okay, so to me the truck looks very, very goofy. But the car looks awesome. And I had to get the truck because it's a first. But you guys will see what I'm talking about here. It looks extremely goofy. I don't know what it is about the front end having such a high stance like that. It just doesn't look right. Look at the wheelbase. Look how far inside the wheel well these wheels are tucked. I don't know what the deal is with that. Look at that gasser stance. That is just so goofy to me. Why did they do that? I mean, other than that, it looks great. It's a C30, but I think they used the C10 tooling for it. I think they used... Hang on, let me grab my C10 here. Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure that for the cab, they used the C10 tooling. That is exactly what they did. So, I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. I mean, they do that. A lot of diecast companies do that on a lot of different models. So the cab on this is the same as the cab on this. It's the same tooling, but the ramp on this is the same tooling as the Ford Ramptruck. So the only part of this that is a new tooling is this base, and that is where the issue lies. If you look, just the front axle assembly, the height of the axle and the wheelbase don't look right to me. And it causes this massive rake, which looks silly. I mean, that just looks silly to me. Should sit something like that. That type of a stance would be awesome. Which you could do for all you customizers. It probably actually wouldn't be hard to do, because I'll show you underneath here, the rear axle. Look how flat that is. If you could just pop the wheels off of the axle and slide the axle out, and then just mount the axle on the outside here, it would probably correct a lot of this. But I'm the type of collector that in 99% of cases, I prefer to keep my cars factory stock. Obviously, the exception to that, the big exception to that, is the Racing Champs Broncos. This is something, though, that I would definitely consider doing it to this one, because you could still use these wheels and tires and axle so that you could keep the dually. You just need to elevate it a little bit like that. I mean, otherwise it's an awesome truck. Here's the C10, here's the C30. You can see they have the exact same front end, same grille, same headlights. I mean, it's the same tooling as far as the cab goes. What's crazy, though, is this thing is so much heavier than this thing. You would think with this ramp that this would be heavier, even though it has a plastic base. But I do like the black color. This is number 2895. Greenlight 2017. And then the car does fit on the ramp. See, when you have a car loaded on it, it actually looks more proper. So maybe they did that on purpose. Because when you put a car on it, obviously, you have 3,000 pounds on the back. The back's gonna sag. So it might actually be for that reason that they did that. See, to me, that looks so realistic. So from that standpoint, I have to hand it to Greenlight. I was wrong. This is clearly why they did this. And it actually looks really freaking good, I think. It looks totally realistic. So never mind that rant that I just went on. It looks really bad when there's no car on the back. But obviously the whole point of these ramp trucks is to put a car on it. And when you put a car on it, this right here looks totally real. Realistic, I should say. It looks as authentic as a ramp truck would look with the back end weighed down. I still think the rake might be a little too much, but it definitely looks a lot better. It's a great roller. Just to kind of show you guys, I just so happen to have the Ford ramp truck out here. And with this one, you get very little, very little rake, if any at all. Let's take a look at the ramp tooling. See if we can determine. I can already tell you right now, it is the same tool. That is for sure the same tool. I actually like that now. Now that I know, now it all makes sense to me. I think it's awesome. But I still like the Ford ramp truck a lot too. The Chevy ramp truck, like all the other C10s, it does not have an opening hood, but it appears that the hood is still a separate piece. Just something that is well known from all the C10s is that it does not have an opening hood, but the hood is a separate piece. And that is also still the case with this. So very, very cool. I dig it a lot. I love it, actually. I love the black. I love the black Camaro with the black truck. Now, actually, wait a minute. There is something different about this ramp. Maybe that's like a slight, maybe that's just a slight change they can make. Oh, no, it's a totally different tooling. Holy cow. Wow. This is why we do these videos, so because we find all this stuff out. This ramp on this truck is quite a bit longer, and it's also quite a bit wider. So I heard rumors that they were going to redo the ramp tooling because on the Ford, even on the Ford, it was too small. So anyways, let me see if I can show you guys an overhead. You can see both cabs line up at the same place, or pretty close. But look at how much longer. Plus, what tipped me off to it is the Camaro was staying on the ramp truck with the wheels all the way back here. And the Fiat was staying on this with the chocks up here. So the chocks are way further down on the Chevy ramp. And that was what indicated to me that they were different. Because obviously the chocks are part of the tooling. So if they're further down on this one than they are that one, that tells me right off the bat that it's a different tooling or it's an altered tooling. And after giving it a closer look, it's easy and it's clear that they are different toolings altogether. And that, my friends, is why there is a Chevy ramp truck coming out with the 67 Impala, because the 67 Impala absolutely will not fit on this ramp truck, but it will fit on this one. So I'm glad I caught that. Hopefully, well, I don't know. That's just interesting information, and I'm glad I caught that. I think that makes for a much more informative review of the casting. It's hard to tell, too, without having the ramps on the truck, because you can fit a lot of cars on this ramp when when the ramps aren't on it. But like for example, if I put the ramps down, the car barely fits. But it fits enough to where you could put the ramps up as like a stopper. Maybe. Yep. See? But then you put the Fiat on the Chevy. I mean, the chocks are so far back that chocks don't want to stop this car. So there it is, reversed. Huh. Interesting stuff. So, well, that didn't take long because, you know, the Ramptruck's not all that old of a casting from Greenlight. So the fact that that they've already retooled the ramp, you know what? Maybe that's a sign of things to come for this 240Z. We can only hope, right? Okay, on to the next. We spent a lot of time on that. Oh, man. I don't know if I want to open this on this video or not, because I don't know what I'm going to be getting into. It looks like there's a bunch of, like, it looks like it's screwed down, and there's a bunch of rubber bands and all that kind of stuff. I'll show you guys this. I'm going to crack it in a different video. But this is something else I got tonight from Muscle Machines. Authentic 1:64 scale, Monster Garage. This is circa, if I can find it, 2004. So that was right around the time, because this has a Discovery Channel license on the bottom. When Monster Garage was on Discovery, that was around the time Deadliest Catch, I think, was getting started. Discovery Channel really took off around that time. But this is an interesting tooling, and I definitely want to crack it loose and take a close look at it. But I just don't know what I'm going to be getting myself into. And we're already almost 23 minutes, so I'm going to hold off on that one until another video. But this last car here, I will crack open. Oh, man, this is 20... Oh, it doesn't have the year. But we all know it's 2018. So it's 2018 release 1, and it's version B. And I found version A, which on this car, I don't know which one I like better. The version A is nice because it's black. But these wheels on this car are sick. Now, I would love to find the Corvette. I'd love to find the Galaxy. I mean, honestly, I'd like to find all of them in version B. I've got duplicates of them all in version A. But here, I'll do this one for old time's sake. I'll do this one on camera. This is how you open your auto world, just like that. Just so you can see they're both there. And then this stuff here goes straight in the trash. And all of this stuff here is kept. Don't forget to keep your plastic molding, because it slides right inside this box perfectly. That is a sick looking car. It's a great color for this car. That is a phenomenal color. Man, this camera sucks. Doing this no justice. No justice. No peace. All right. Love the wheels. They make this car. Actually, they don't. This is a nice casting, regardless. My favorite Dodge Dart Swinger. Nice roller. My favorite Dodge Dart Swinger that Auto World put out is the green one that I sold to Champion DJK. I'd love to find another one. Although it would look better with these wheels on it. That thing right there is sick. That is super sick. That is one hell of a haul tonight, I have to say. It's one of the better days of diecast I've had in quite a while. Once upon a time, I had days like this all the time. But not so much anymore. Anyways, there you go. That's my Friday. Some Racing Champs, some killer Greenlight stuff, some really cool Hot Wheels stuff, Revell, more Racing Champs, Kyosho, TLV, Johnny Lightning. Hey, this right here could serve as a different brands of diecast video. There's also a Matchbox in here somewhere. That car fall? Where'd my Toyota go? Huh. I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. Yeah, see? There you go. You got Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Revell, Greenlight, Auto World, Racing Champs, Kyosho, TLV, Johnny Lightning. I do not discriminate. All right, everybody. Thank you for checking out the video. I'll be back. If not tonight, I'll be back this weekend. We're going to take a close look at the Lamborghini. We're going to take a really close look at this. One of the most beautiful 1/64 scale diecast cars ever put into production is this Nissan Fairlady Z right here. So yeah, we're going to take a closer look at those two, and we're going to crack open this thing, and we're going to take a look at that because I'm very curious. I paid, was it like $7, I think, for this tonight? I don't know if that's a good price or not. I've never seen this before. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to see how. If it collapses down into a regular Suburban, I think it'll be a pretty cool little casting. But there you go. You all have a great weekend and happy hunting.